Hello, I'm Sarah Greaves-Gabadon and I'm reporting from Nassau in the Bahamas. We're here for the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association's annual Marketplace Conference. Marketplace is the premier travel and tourism conference in the region. All the hotels are here, all the destinations are here, all the attractions are here. So it's the perfect opportunity to find out how business looks in the Caribbean for 2013. So Fred, tell me, how has the show been for you?
Hey, the show's been very good. We've had a lot of great buyer appointments. I think the turnout, it's another record turnout. I believe we had a record turnout last year, and I know we had the entire show had a record number of appointments this year. And overall, the outlook is very good. I think what I think is good to hear from a lot of the buyers and destinations, we all had a common issue with Hurricane Sandy hitting the Northeast, which impacted New York, which is probably everyone in the Caribbean is their top market. So, but we're recovering from that, and the outlook is very good. The booking pace that we're hearing is very strong, and I think, January is, about flat with last year, but as we move forward, we're looking for a good 2013. We had appointments today, as a matter of fact, with BA, which is our only nonstop service to the Bahamas, and they're running virtually, 90+% load factors, so they're very satisfied, look for a good year. And I think the UK, it's been a struggle the past couple of years, as we all know. The economy has been tough, but the general feeling is the worst is behind, and looking for a good 2013 and beyond.
Well, the show has been very successful for us. We've been able to have dialogue and conversations with our most important partners in the travel business. But more particularly, it gave us an opportunity to launch our new campaign. And as you would have known, that the UK market is very important for us. It's our second largest market. But more interestingly, it has been our star performer for 2012. And we are expecting some good performance coming out of the UK market. We expect it to drive our arrivals for 2013. The new campaign we launch is surrounded around the theme, Lift Your Senses. And the whole idea is to give the travelers to the destination an experience that is greater than their expectation. We have a number of iconic properties on the island. We believe that we have the entire Caribbean concentrated on one island. You're never really more than 20 minutes away from a rainforest between the beach and the interior. So it's an island that has what I think is the most attractive amenity in terms of the product. And we're expecting that 2013 will be one of our best years. Last year was consolidation. We really got the marketing right. And this year we're expecting some good things.
There are certainly more additional flights coming in from the UK. We were very happy to hear there's a surge in bookings coming in for Jamaica in the last week, coming into this week. So we were pacing a little bit behind, but now we are in a more positive role. Clearly things have changed. The economy is good, the stock market is good, but the physical cliff has been avoided. And I think it's full steam forward for Jamaica.
The show has been incredible. Obviously, I met with all of my traditional partners and some of the online tour companies that I deal with. And for me, my major source market is actually the UK market. So it was refreshing to hear that with most of the operators, business looks upwards for 2013. A number of them are reporting that business is picking up. There were quite a few sales in the UK in January, and apparently it has a lot of forward bookings already. Quite a number of people actually booked already. So this is really, really refreshing, because we keep hearing about the very, very late booking pattern. But I guess the sales were so aggressive, and the specials were just one-of-a-kind offers, because we all recognize that the UK market, to a certain extent the US as well, are still going through a recession. And people don't have a lot of expendable income. They want to go on holidays, they believe in it. So the hoteliers have really come together, and recognizing the situation, have made some fantastic offers.
Marketplace 2013 has been really good for Fondo. We have managed to meet a lot of buyers in terms of new technology that's now available on the market. And we know in today's modern world that a lot of young persons and even older persons who travel, they're all computer savvy, and now it's all about going your mobile appliances and also being able to go to websites and to be able to see what's being offered. It's also about first-hand travelers' reviews. And for Fondo, we were really gratified at the offerings, the different contacts we were able to make. And also, we also want to commend the Prime Minister Christie of the Bahamas. We really applaud his efforts. The fact that he spoke about ecotourism, which Fondo is all about. This is why Prince Charles visited us 3 years ago. It's all about our architecture in the Caribbean, our warmth as a people, our sunshine, and also we have to remember that the Caribbean islands are made up of a lot of the British influence, and you find that a lot of British persons come to the Caribbean and then they can see all of that in play, particularly at Caribbean Marketplace. So it was a success as far as I was concerned.
Once again, Caribbean Marketplace has been a wonderful show for us at Accra Beach Hotel in Barbados. It affords you the opportunity to sit down and with pre-appointments to talk to your partners and look at what you have done and then look to the future. And like I said, over the last 2 years, it has been very, very productive.
And is 2013 looking good?
Well, 2013, I mean, we have to acknowledge that we still have a recession on our hands. But, you know, we can't put our heads in the sand and die. I mean, we have to continue doing. So we have to look at all ways possible to continue to make business happen and to continue to keep the Caribbean a number one for UK travelers.
Well, as usual, it has been tremendous. This is the 31st show that I've done at Marketplace, and you found a lot of interest. I get a strong feeling that there's some stabilization, in particular the British market. Speaking to the various tour operators, they seem to be a lot more comfortable than they were a year ago. And I'm very optimistic that this year, with regard to business out of the UK, in spite of all the challenges that we have, example APD, etc., I think we are going to see an increase in visitor arrivals from the UK market.
Good. It's been great to talk to all our clients and our tour operators and get a feel for how next year or this year is going to pan out and next year, and discuss plans. And it seems fairly positive for the Caribbean.
Well, you know, this is several times that there's 2 years at least that the Bahamas has hosted the show, and it has been absolutely fantastic. It's not about quantity, you know, it's all about quality, and that is what kind of the Bahamas talks about. And I in particular run an all-inclusive resort on Andros that is 54 years old, Small Bay Lodge. And it is amazing to talk to people that come by that are looking for properties that they can present and promote. And when they kind of hear that, they go, they don't even know that this kind of thing exists in our country. Our country is so diverse with the out islands and the city, etc. And if you know how to get around, you will experience many, many, many vacations over and over and over.
How has Marketplace been for you and the Bahamas this year?
It's been fantastic. We are beginning to see a turn in the economy. We're beginning to see more interest in not only the Bahamas, but certainly the Caribbean. But for us, we've started the year very well, and we expect to have a buoyant 2013. We're working always on trying to get new markets, and we're certainly going after the emerging markets. So whilst the Bahamas has had a focus on North America, we're heavily looking at areas in Europe, and certainly we're looking at Asia and of course Latin America. We have constantly worked on airlift, making sure that we can get service to this country. And if we're able to do that consistently over the next 12 months, I believe 2013 will be one of the best years we've ever had.
And tell me, how is business looking from the UK to the Bahamas?
Well, we're still trying to get some more airlift out of the UK. We, of course, work very well with British Airways, and so we have seen a growth over the past several months. But, of course, our job always is to get as much as we can possibly get. And we're hoping to develop new airlift and of course revisit the whole question of Virgin, try to get Virgin back into the Bahamas. One of the things that I think people don't appreciate about the Bahamas is that we have so much to offer. We're more than Nassau, we're more than Paradise Island, we're Grand Bahama, we're Abaco, we're Exuma, we're Eleuthera, we're Bimini, so many destinations in our archipelago. And so we're trying to get more of the information out to the market, and so expect to see a more aggressive marketing campaign, particularly in the European market.